All right. So we're on session 3 of the Sprawl. Let me give a quick recap as to where we are for all of you. I'm going to give the recap, and then I'd like you guys to fill in if I've missed any important details. You were hired by a company called Alchemax. You discovered that it was a front company for Skynet. Essentially, that am I correct on that? I believe I am. That they were running a job, and they are asking you to break into a Savage Pharmaceuticals production facility. It's a facility that has sort of 2 levels security: external building security, and then internal on these little mobile manufacturing units inside. You need to get inside to the mobile manufacturing unit. You need to get into that, and you need to replace one of the chips, which means you need a tech on site to do that. If you are spotted, then they wanted you to create disruption at another one of the manufacturing boxes, so it looks like that was your target rather than the one that you're actually getting at. You, and by you I mean Daddy Bye Bye, also decided to take advantage of the situation and contacted a Savage Pharmaceutical rep through the sort of the standard chain to offer to sell them some information. Savage Pharma was interested, but wouldn't go too far. But at least you have set that up to.
Who is that person?
That was Daddy Bye Bye, Matt's character that set that up.
No, the contact that
we didn't get a name.
Oh, okay.
Didn't get a name. By the way,
I think the way I saw it, I was trying to contact them anonymously, so I imagine it would have been, kind of a almost like dealing with a help desk,
Yes. Yes. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to mute this. So hang on.
This is weird. What the hell's going on with Roll20? Is anyone else having difficulties with Roll20?
I'm lagging them right now.
Sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, you guys hit the streets, got some stuff put together, made some friends, and basically had arranged that you were going to come in as sort of on a inspection group. You're going to land a helicopter on top. You were going to go in, all of that jazz. And it seemed like a pretty solid, reasonable plan. You had a backup vehicle in the area. But when you got there, you found that the facility was, in fact, surrounded by the cops. And it looks to you, as you're flying in, like there is some kind of hostage situation going on. The cops have clearly got the place surrounded. There are, searchlights, things like that, but they're not moving in. So you're not sure exactly what the situation is. So that's what we're going to take up with you guys deciding where you want to land, because landing on the building isn't a good possibility right now.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude.
Well, hold on.
Hang on. Let me finish what I'm saying, Carl.
Good.
Okay. Get what you guys want to do, how you want to set things up, all of that jazz. I want to tell you 2 things. One is that I did put on the Roll20 thing a handout that has the list of all the NPCs we've established so far. So you can pull that up in case you want to refresh yourself on names. The other thing I want to say is it is perfectly legitimate to bail on the mission if you guys don't want to follow through. So just recognize that is an option that is on the table. So what are you guys going to do? Chopper's moving, cops are going around.
Wait, how do you get you said you put some notes on Roll20? How do you get that?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Okay, if you go onto the tab that has your characters,
Yes.
see that? If you look
Yep.
down below, you should see NPC lists there.
No, I see our names, but that's it.
Okay.
Correct. I don't see NPC list.
I don't know why it's not showing it to all players. Here. Now take a look.
Woohoo! There it is.
Yeah,
Yep,
there we
got
go.
it.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
it does a weird thing where it goes, hey, yeah, you can show it to all players, but I'm only going to show it to you. So, yeah, that's the list.
Gotcha.
Okay. Real quick, I'm thinking we might possibly land on the plane, on the thing. So, one, how visible are we?
Pretty visible. Because there's police in the area, probably
Well, I'm
drones,
not concerned
that kind of
about the
thing.
police, but are there guards on top of the roof? Are there people? Are there hostage guys on top of the roof?
No, you're
I can
not
deal with
seeing
the
anything
police.
like that.
Okay. Do you want to land there? I can talk to the police and get them to think that we're the infiltration team, or we're there to take care of it. I'm saying this to whatever the fuck your name is,
Daddy bye-bye.
Look, you're not one of the
Quick.
fanboys. You can call me Chip.
Chip.
We could do that. I mean, keep on. Who do these cops really work for?
Yeah, we're moving on. oh, you're talking to. I'm sorry.
Fucking you guys.
I thought you were talking. Okay. Yeah,
Oh.
that's a good
Yeah.
question.
I mean, what if we just tell them, yeah, we work here?
And they would tell us to go away.
But what is the relationship between? I mean, are cops very powerful, or are they kind of like in awe?
Well, there's clearly a situation, right? Like a police situation. So even if you worked, like imagine your place of employment, except for Carl, who's like self-employed. But I mean, imagine if there's some police thing, like you just can't go in right now because the police are handling a thing, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's the relative power level? I mean, do police like kind of defer to a corporate group? If we told them that we're part of Savage Pharma, would they defer to us?
So what you want to do, Carl, is you want to do a quick check through and run down some information as you guys are circling to essentially try to drag up your sense of what the relationship with the local cops are. Hang on. Let me finish. Because that's your question. And it varies from place to place. Savage might have them under their thumb. They might not. There might be some ways to work with it. It's a way to get information. So if you want to, you can roll edge for that, and we'll do an assess on it. Does that seem okay?
That's fun. I mean, how much time is it going to take? I don't want to get noticed by the guys there. I want to. If we need to, if that's going to cause us to be possibly noticed by them.
So, Carl, the way this operates with these things is bad shit's going to happen if you fail the roll. If you don't fail the roll, you're going to get the stuff, and I'm not going to do the move of the police coming after you unless you guys are starting around and with your thumbs up your ass. So, what do you want? What's your edge like?
My edge is 1.
That's pretty good. You want to give that a shot, man?
Yeah, actually, I do.
And you can
I mean, I'm just. So is there? I mean, I'm just concerned about.
Now, let me tell you about a couple options. One, obviously, is after you roll, you can always spend intel to bump that roll up. The other is if you had somebody from the group helping you do that assessment, they could roll to help.
Okay.
They would roll their links with you.
Links. Well, I don't know who else has. I have links with people, but I don't know. I've got 2 with Ringo. Ringo, he's not out.
Yeah.
I've got 1 with Rake. What about links with me? So who has links with me?
Anybody have a good working knowledge of Carl's character?
Let's see. What do I got?
Carl, you're Trace, right?
Nope.
No, I'm
Xavier.
Xavier.
Oh, Xavier, no.
Oh yeah, Trace has a +2.
Okay. Well, Trace will go ahead. How are you going to help me?
I probably do a computer a search to see if I can track down what the relationship between Savage Pharma is and the local the PD here.
Yeah. So imagine that this is a quick montage of him hitting the computer, checking it. You're calling people that you know and contacts and things like that and checking in. This is all being done quickly. We're doing a split screen and all that. Scott, why don't you go ahead and roll links with Carl?
Is there like a? Let's see.
Yeah, it's right on the links.
Yep. You
Oh,
just-
there we go.
Yeah, hit that button, man.
So 10.
10. So, yeah, you're going to give him a +1 on his roll. So, Carl, let's have you roll edge.
Oh, so 7.
See,
I guess
that's-
that's not going to help. Yeah, it's not going to help us.
Okay.
Oh, well,
I bring it up to an 8 with the
yeah,
plus.
Renee.
Yeah. So if you look at the assess action, you see there's
Got it.
some questions there. So the basic thing is that the cops aren't going to go in because that is corporate property. But they'll probably be wary of anybody from outside coming in. They'll definitely, they're definitely going to wave off everybody who doesn't clearly identify themselves as Savage Pharma
Okay.
from coming on in. But
Okay.
otherwise, they're like, oh, yeah, we'll just cordon the area. So what? Now look at the assess action.
Now, this is the one hold. I get the one question here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will ask, what do I notice despite an effort to conceal it? Well, before I go, is this about the cops or is this about the building?
This is about the situation in general.
Okay, so what do I notice despite an effort to conceal it?
Chip's got a little chubby.
Dude, come on, off the cookies.
Yeah. You're looking. You can see that as you guys are kind of running your cameras across the surface, that there is a discarded micro pack on the roof, like a mini flight stealth pack. And you're kind of looking and do a quick thermographic, and it looks like fairly recently a single person flew over kind of undercover, landed on top of the building, and is making their way into the building.
Okay.
So you've got
Okay.
you've either got a Savage Pharma operative or you've got a rival operative agent in the situation, in the mix. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay. So Chip, you are getting that question. We're going to need you to move out of the area. This controlled airspace. We've got blah 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 blah. And they are asking you to move off, Chip.
Hey guys, Alchemex contractors here. We've got parking credentials. He's just playing it cool.
Okay. I assume you don't say Alchemex though.
Oh no. That would be the wrong company. Yes.
Savage Farm.
Savage Pharmaceuticals.
So you want to keep them from sending you off right now.
Yep.
Okay. Let's have you roll fast talk.
All right. Oh.
That's not good.
That's not so good.
So you're kind of doing the spin around, Matt, and you'll realize that the police interceptor drones are up here around the aircraft, and they will say, you will set down the aircraft. You have 10 seconds to comply.
All right.
9.
All right.
Do it. I can get
No
out.
need.
Do-
No
do it, I
need
can
to
get out.
mess up my finish. And he starts bringing it down.
Okay. You're going to land in a outside of the building, controlled area out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wherever they're directing me to, I am not putting up a fight.
Okay. So they will direct you down to land, and when you guys hit the ground, you will see it looks like there's a essentially corporate situation agent, essentially for the police. They handle corporate affairs and in this case overseeing the SWAT team, and he's got a couple of guys with him, and he walks up to the helicopter, kind of waits for somebody to get out and explain what
I
the
get
fuck
out.
is
I
going
get
on.
out. I get out. I get out right now, and I go up to him. I walk up to him. I say, "You are interfering with this situation. We are the infiltration team. We're taking care of this. We work for Savage Pharma. I understand that you're into the thing, we need to get in there now. You need to leave us alone, clear us out. I need to may have you to make an extra distraction for you. We can take care of it. We're involved. I know what's going on. It's a single person going in there. We've got him. We've got a trace on him. We need to get going. But I need to do this right now."
Make a fast talk roll.
Okay, that will be. Actually, I'm going to want to make can I make a covert entry roll?
No, not because of the situation that you've presented yourself in right now. Because having to sit down in this helicopter, you got to deal with this guy first.
Well, it says, goes with me. When attempting to infiltrate a secure area alone, rule cool 10 plus blah, 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 and then bypass the security system or guard.
Yeah, I would say in most cases in the fiction that would work. I don't think it's appropriate here, given that this is.
I'll try one more because my face move is you specialize in infiltrate by appearing, looking in the places you do not, hiding in plain sight. Due to your infiltration, you will have opportunity to zero, blah blah blah. But that's what I'm doing. So anyway, we can do it however we want, but that's the
no,
fiction.
because I understand what you're doing, but in this case, the fallout from the hard move from Matt's fail is you dealing with this guy in a essentially not in advantageous situation.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So also don't forget when you miss, you get to mark experience. So. The good news is, man, you got to mark experience.
That's incredible.
Okay, so I
love that.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Fast talk.
All right. So he says to you, "Listen, I don't know what's going on here, but it's not a lone guy. There's a team of people in there. I don't know who's giving you the information that you've got. It's a genetic sanity league. They're on site, and right now I have my orders. I can't let you into that airspace. If you're Savage Pharma," and he's clearly buying that you're Savage Pharma. He wouldn't know why you wouldn't be.
Yep.
And he's like, "You can go in the ground, whatever you want to do there. I'll make sure you can move through the cordon, but I can't have you going in by air."
Okay, that's fine. Air's
That's
kind of
SOP
shot
for us.
Yeah, air's kind of shot for now. I understand it. It's just kind of it's kind of a miscommunication.
Yeah.
But that's on us. That's fine.
Yeah.
Can I get you?
Sure. They've got the security. They knew what they were doing. They cut off the external contacts. We've tried to have hackers grab onto that, but they've got that shut down. They haven't made any demands yet. But we know they've got at least a dozen hostages in there.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Would you help us out a little bit? And what I need for a little bit is a distraction. So either call them up on the phone, start up your just talking to them, stay back, everything. I'm not asking you to risk anybody, but just start talking to them, get some noise blaring, some lights going, everything that's fine, some lights on them, and then we're going to come in. We're going to look for a place, and we're going to move in.
Okay. So sure, he will get his people active and moving, Carl, and he starts in with sort of the white noise stuff and the full aggressive stuff. He is not subtle at all.
Good. I don't want him to be. That's excellent.
Well, and you have the sense that he is probably winding those guys inside up. So I'm moving the mission clock up another degree there.
Okay.
Okay. That's the fallout from the fast talk. There is where that's coming from. Scott, let me get these names here again. Daddy, Trace, Rake, Xavier, you're on the ground. The police are clearly not going to interfere with you. You've got a window of opportunity before someone from Savage comes and creates a problem for you. So what do you want to do?
I do think that this is covert entry, and that's me. But if it's not, if somebody else wants to do something beforehand, that's fine.
Scott?
I heard him mention something about their hackers being unable to breach. I had done research before and know that there is a sort of an external system with cameras. I want to basically see if I can get in and make a blind spot for us to sneak in on once our infiltrator. Do we have an infiltrator? Or
Yeah,
once
Carl's the infiltrator.
once Carl determines the best way to go, basically. So I want to look for control of to make a blind spot for him, for us to enter without them knowing.
Okay. So the one thing he mentioned is that they did cut off the external lines. So you're going to have to do some serious stuff to log in here.
Now, does that mean they can't see us because they don't have the access to the cameras out here?
So what it is remember that there were building systems.
Okay.
And what they've done is they've taken the building systems, which include the sort of the cameras on the outside of the building, and they've cut off external login to that system. They've cut off all the internet stuff for that. So what you are looking for is you're looking for a place where something that they haven't found, something that they haven't cut off, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's have you roll synth with a login here.
Okay. Synth. Do I have anything that adds?
Do you have a program that helps with the login? I don't think so.
No, I do not
Okay.
have it. So I got an 8.
An 8. Okay. So you will get in, but your access is, because they've cut down what you can move through. Essentially, you're having to jump from minor node that they didn't touch to minor node. They've got some routers and some other stuff that you're using, stuff that the police hacker wouldn't spot. But it limits what you can do in here. So you're going to be at a -1 to further moves inside this building system. What do you want to try and do with the building system?
And hold. What is hold? Hold again. That's you can add that after the roll. If you get hold.
If you get hold, usually hold is spent on a particular thing, on a particular move. It'll say.
Well. So I have.
And a generic hold can let you go forward, right?
I have lockdown when I successfully compromise security, which is
What you're going to try and do next.
It says hold +1.
Yep.
So I am going to basically try and create a blank spot in their cameras so that we can get in undetected.
Okay, so go ahead and roll mind for me. That's your compromise security move. If you do it successfully, you're going to get the results there, plus you're going to get an additional 1 for your move.
Mind. Oh my.
Yeah. I will tell you what,
14.
with that, you will... the situation will be is actually there's some nasty ice on the building, but because of the way they've handled stuff, it looks like the ice is turned off right now. Essentially, the ice is stuck in a subroutine, so you don't have to deal with either piece of red or blue ice that's on the system right now. Your access is still limited, but you managed to punch through. So you're going to have 4 hold to do things with. And you want to create a blind spot?
Yes.
So let's say that's 1 hold to get an external blind spot.
All right.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
And I'll tell Carl, I can make a blind spot. I'm in. Figure out how we're getting in.
Okay. I think
All right.
Oh, here, let me get Ben back on.
Sure.
Hello?
Okay. Okay, Carl. Let's have you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. So Carl,
Yep.
this is you with the Master Disguise, which is cool. When you get inside, you may be able to disguise yourself as one of the genetic Sanity League guys. But for now, we're rolling for your covert entry.
Okay.
Okay, and your mother ducking it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's do it because I'm gonna do. So it's cool.
Yep.
Okay. Are you looking right at it or what?
I'm looking at it right now. Yep.
Okay. So it's cool. Oh, that's
That's a
can't say
7.
anymore. That's a 7.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get 1 hold. Right now, the security measures that you're dealing with that you can see from your position looks like the cameras have been dealt with. You're guessing there are 2 things that they're going to have their security measures. One is essentially they've probably got the doors rigged such that, when those get open, they'll get a signal. And there's probably some of these guys walking around, like, doing patrols.
Okay. So I get one of them. I want to get the. I'm gonna. Well, we got a tech now. We got a tech.
Yeah, you got a tech.
So I will. I would rather bypass the guard or guards.
Okay.
And so that'll be the first one. And basically, with all the stuff that Scott is with the mother duck, I'll hold on a second. What's the mother duck say? Okay. No, so I spend my hold to bypass a guard to get my that's what I do. So I spend
Yep.
my hold to bypass the guard with the group.
Yep.
Okay. So basically, with all the stuff that turned my brain on.
So you're good. So let's
Trace.
look at what you're doing now. You want Ben to hit the hardware that's on the site, right?
Okay.
The stuff.
Now, hold on. After you've spent all your covert entry hold infiltrating a secure area through charm and social graces, well, charm and social graces gain intel, so I didn't do that.
Right.
This is more stealth.
There's more
Okay.
stealth right now.
Got
So that's sort of the other half of your thing.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. So it looks like right now you've got the doors to deal with. Ben isn't a specialist in that he didn't take the bypass move. So it's going to require a little more time if you want to try and hack that, Scott.
Okay.
Do you want to spend another one of your hold?
Yeah, let's put another one on my hold.
Okay. All right. So describe to me what this looks like, guys. From you four, tell me what it looks like. I mean, there's a fenced area. You get in. The police are providing description. There's a gap between the building and you. It's several building, things, and you're evading the outside, terrorists walking around inside the building, and the getting the doors opened up. So describe that to me.
Well, before we get into that,
Sure.
before we set in, and if this fucks up the flow too much, splitting the team, I'm cool with not doing it. But I kind of don't want to leave the copter here when I know they'll sooner or later figure out that we're not who we say we are.
Sure.
So what I want to do is play that I'm the comms guy.
Okay.
And when they're going in, I'm kind of setting up some equipment, like in my hands, like standing outside the helicopter, making small talk with the Savage Pharmaceuticals guy, kind of.
I will say, but Daddy, if you go in, there'll be much more chance for violence. There's not going to be any violence out here. You should be sitting in a chopper.
Yeah, but I've got to, I've got my role to play as a comms and eye in the sky, and I can't leave my sweet ride right
Okay,
here.
guys.
Okay.
I got to go right now. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll take some pictures just to.
All right. So, Daddy.
And what I'm trying to do here, Lowell, is, okay, I want to basically be on the lookout for when it seems like the jig is up.
Okay.
In which case, I will take to the air, or maybe I'll do it earlier if events move me. But I want to kind of start trying to build a rapport with this guy, so I can set up to use that vision thing when
Okay.
applicable later.
So let's have you roll assess then for me.
Okay. There, and I've got 3 holes. I'm going to put 1 forward on this too.
Okay.
Good thing. That takes me to 9.
To 9. So now you can hold. Let me describe who this guy is out here. So there's a police lieutenant who's out here who you talk to, the corporate liaison, and you're looking for the highest ranking Savage Pharma guy who's on site.
No, just like the liaison guy that I'm with there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean the cop?
Try to make it seem real natural. Like we're just both working guys.
Do you mean the cop, or do you want to talk to a Savage Pharma guy?
I thought the liaison was a Savage Pharma guy.
No, he's the cop liaison to corporate people.
And that's fine. I can you know what? I can kind of big time him probably. He's probably a little impressed by a smooth corporate guy, and that's treating him like an equal.
Okay, that seems good for me. We'll give him a name. Edgar Babin. Okay. So, Ben, Scott.
So I imagine what it looks like is we're sort of looking professional in front of these police officers and sort of moving up, almost military style. I have sort of the keyboard, under my arm as I move up, and I'm typing, and you'll sort of see the cut shot of the guys, inside. A sort of a camera will fritz for a minute as we move by, and then come back on, and then another one as we make it up to the door. Okay. Carl's character sort of, making the motions for us to stop and go when the guards pass, and then sort of me probably, hooking up some, box or something to the door and typing some more on the keyboards, and sort of until the door sort of gives that green glow and it clicks and opens up.
Awesome. So you've got 2 hold left. Ben?
Yeah.
So it's you, right now it's you and Trace. You've also got your micro drone with you, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you couldn't take the big one, so you got the micro drone with you.
Yeah.
What will happen, I'm going to give some fiction for Carl right now, is he looks at the movement of the people and he will say, I'm going to draw them off. You two, move in as you need to. Sound good? And
okay.
He doesn't. Yeah, and he goes off before you.
Can I do also an assess edge just to size up everything to see if I see anything that that we might be able to get an advantage of?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and
situation.
Roll edge? You've had some time to look at the situation.
Edge.
So this is you you've been watching as everything's been going back and forth, and you're checking stuff out. So you get 1 hold, which means that you can ask one of those questions right now or later on.
I'll hold it for later on.
Okay. So Trace, Rake, you're in this building. It's a big facility. You know that there's at least a dozen of these genetic sanity terrorists on site. You know that they're heavily armed. They have enough skill to lock the place down. You know from what Carl's told you that there's also likely another operative like yourselves secretly on site and moving around. So how do you two want to proceed?
Well, I basically we're looking for this thing to make the switch. I've already sort of breached the security.
Mm-hmm.
I would say we're going to start to search for this thing and
Assembly Unit 451.
at 451. If Ray can use his drone to sort of scout ahead and look for these guys, and if we see them, I'll use my end to basically sort of reconfigure the rooms to keep them out of our way while we search.
Ooh,
basically.
I like that. So
Is there a way I can kind of hook up, kind of hack their the plan, like to figure out maybe where, like a map of where that area, that 451 assembly is?
well, the thing is that you're not the hacker. That's Scott. So you don't have the cyber deck for doing that. But that's actually
Gotcha.
what he's doing right this second.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
just to be clear on that. So Scott,
But we need you to scout with your drone so that we know they're coming. Because frankly, we both sort of suck in combat.
yeah. So Scott, you will spend one more edge, and you two are moving along. Ben, you see that he's logged in and is moving these units around, putting them in the way of things. You've got your drone going. I will need you to make an act under pressure roll, Ben. This is essentially the equivalent of the stealth roll here to see if you guys are spotted at all. So you're rolling with cool. If you have any intel or gear, you can always use that too.
But you can use it after you roll.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to declare beforehand. Woo.
7. An intel wouldn't bring it up. I mean, it'd still be a 7 to 8.
It'd still be a 7 to 9. Yeah. So Ben, you've got the drone going. You've got you two are moving along. Scott is carefully moving these things, making it seem like it's automation, and you will get eyes on Unit 451, and there are some of these guards, these terrorists that are camped right outside that unit. There are 3 of them there.
Okay, and what can you describe the? What does it look like? What is the
Sure. So
unit
imagine that
actually
the
look
building, the sort of the unit that's inside this giant warehouse, open plan factory. The actual 0451 is like a room. It's a 40 by 20 by by 20 sort of building that's mobile, that has the various kits and things inside of it. They hook them together to make bigger factory units. It's modular. So right now, Unit 451 is there in its place, and right now there are 3 of what look like these terrorists. They've got bandanas and things on. They've got essentially some markers on their face to throw off biometrics. They've got guns, and they seem to be waiting there at Unit 451.
Is there are there lots of units that look similar to this, or how is there a
Yes.
big 451 next to it, or how do you know?
Because it has a big number 451 on it.
Okay, I see.
But there are a lot of other fairly fairly identical units, so the fact that they're outside this one seems to indicate that they know there's something
Important about it.
So what do you two want to do?
Are there other units around this unit? Are they back to back to back like row houses? Or
No,
is this
there's some space between them. Scott's been moving some of the ones around on the edges to give you guys some cover, but there's probably the nearest one is 10 feet away.
Okay. And you said these guys were armed, right?
Yeah.
And how far away is the hostage situation that's happening?
You haven't even seen the hostages.
Okay.
But we know it isn't a totally automated plant. There are normally.
Scott, can we
Yeah.
can we make these guys also look like the bad guys that the police might be after, so that the police can help us take these guys down?
The police aren't coming in the building. They just cordoned off the outside.
Well, okay, so warehouse security then.
I would
do
assume
these-
that they were captured by the hostages if there was any.
Do these look like the actual security of the place itself, or do these look like?
No. As I said, these are the terrorists who've broken in and taken over the building.
Okay, I see. And there are 3 of them.
These are the 3 that you see. That you know that there's definitely more.
Is there basically? I guess my plan would be to see if we can use Ben's drone and my sort of control. Is there any way that we can basically have the moving room itself sort of close these guys off, or pull them into some kind of horrific machine and do something horrific to them?
That's an interesting idea. I would say that you would have to get over. I think it's a 2-part thing. One, you'd have to hack one of these other units, and then Ben would have to get in and repurpose the machinery inside. Does that seem like a reasonable couple things?
That seems good to me. It seems better than trying to fight it out with these guys, and since all I got is a little pistol.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay.
And you don't have your big bear drone.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So let's start with you, Scott. This is another system, and I don't think you really need to worry about the login. Essentially, we're just rolling compromised security for you.
Okay. And which one is that? Mind or
That's mined.
both are the same? So I guess it doesn't matter.
Awesome.
Ooh, an 11. Woohoo! Scott
Yeah.
is hot tonight.
So without any kind of extraneous noise, you're able to pop the security on this modular factory unit, and you're able to get one of the, how these things link up. You're able to get a side door open so that the 2 of you can go into it, and then Ben, you're going to attempt to customize this thing, right? To make it a weapon?
Yes.
Turn
Right.
these into death machines.
Okay. So let's think of what this is going to be here. So I think that you are going to roll synth for this. And let me tell you what the results are going to be. Essentially, we're doing mix it up, which is the meat move normally. It's the essentially attack move. But because you're doing your tech, you're going to be rolling synth, because essentially you're sicking this automated factory thing onto them. Does that sound good?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So let's have you roll that.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Do you have any intel or gear to spend?
I have 1 intel.
So So that would make it a 6.
Well, how do you spend gear?
You could, if you had gear, you could say, "Oh, I have something for this."
Say you have your drone, and you can give it.
No, that's a different thing, Scott.
Oh.
No. So go ahead and erase. So hang on to your intel because it doesn't come into play here.
I can't
Wait,
use my intel to help him.
Yeah,
Gear.
you could use your intel to help. Do you want to spend your intel as well, Scott?
Yeah, that'll get it to a 7, so it'll at least.
Okay.
A 7 is a success at least. So
Yes. So here is what's going to happen. You will get this built, and then you will get it rolling at them fast and mean, and it's going to deal harm to all of them. But if you look under the mix it up move, you have to choose 2 of the following options. You make too much noise. You are going to take harm. One of your allies is going to take harm, meaning Scott, or something of value breaks. And you've got to choose 2 of those.
Oh,
I like this game.
oh, shot map. Let's see. Can tailor your objectives so that you can avoid the consequence of your choice if you do something quietly. Well, if not being detected is important to you, don't choose that option. I think we're trying to keep
Back.
kind of stealthy, right?
Yeah,
So
we don't want the rest of the terrorists.
that's probably not a great option.
You could have both of you guys take harm.
I'll take harm.
All right, we get hurt a little bit in the
Okay.
Basically, it's sort of frantically.
collateral damage.
So Ben, Scott, make sure you erase that intel from your sheet before I move on.
Yep.
Okay. And let me describe what happens. Is you've built this sort of factory death machine to get these guys, and it will roll up on them, and it's quick and fast, and it catches them between the front of the 451 unit and this unit, and it does grind them up, and it grinds them up fast. But each of you are going to take 2 harm.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that me too? Is that everybody?
No, not you.
or
I'll come back to where you're at, dude, in a second.
So,
Sorry.
how do we mark? We mark the 2 box
Under your harm, yeah, you put on the
Yeah.
18 o'clock.
Yeah. So Ben, I need you, because you took 2 harm, to roll the harm move. So roll and add 2. So that's a 7 is what I'm seeing there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you hit and slam into this thing, and it cracks back on you, you lose track of the drone. Okay. You don't take anything else, and you don't get caught, but the drone is off the grid right now for you. Okay.
Okay.
Scott, why don't you roll the harm move?
like that.
Yes. So that's a 10, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to let you choose one of these things, Scott. You're out of action, unconscious, trapped, incoherent, or panicked. You take an additional harm. You lose use of a piece of cyberware until you can get it repaired, or you lose a body part.
Guess that's already happened once time before already.
Let's see. What would be now if I took another harm? Do I have to roll again?
Nope, it just raises your clock up to 2100, which means you've only got 3 segments left.
that I'll have to do that because I think he might need me
you.
up. Yep,
Okay.
might need me. So
Scott, what happens that does? I mean, because that's a grievous injury. That's a serious fucking bad injury you just took. So what happened?
basically, as the two sort of things move and squash, the guys we didn't quite see basically that there was basically a piece of machinery or something that was being supported by the unit, and when it moved, it wasn't supported enough, and basically it fell and nearly crushed me. Basically, knocked me to the ground and pinned me underneath it. Probably broke some ribs before, Rake has to sort of help leverage it off of me.
All right. So let me describe real quickly. Let me reset and say where everybody is at. And then I'm going to check in with Matt, and then I'm going to check in with Carl, and I'm going to come back to you two in the Bloodmobile. So what has happened is the trio has infiltrated, gotten to the building. They've gotten inside. Carl, the infiltrator, moved off from the other two to try and take care of the guard patrols and drew them off, while the tech and the hacker went in, continued to disable security, found their way at Unit 451, saw some guards out front of it. They repurposed another one of these factory units as a murder weapon, and then rode it over and killed the three, and when I say guards, I mean they're the terrorists, killed these three terrorists very quietly, hasn't raised attention, but also took some serious damage in it as things broke off in the thing. So right now, there's Unit 451, there's another unit, one of these factory units attached to it, and the front of Unit 451 is splattered with blood. Just gore and blood everywhere from this. And Daddy Bye-Bye, you're out front talking to this guy. So,
Yeah.
What are you up to?
And can you fucking believe this shit? God damn it, the things they expect from us, right? We're not the ones making the money. He's really just trying to bond with the guys that are sitting there. Lots of guys like us, that kind of talk. And then, I imagine I've got cyberpunk. I've been monitoring what's going on inside,
and
right?
you'll hear the we're about 5 minutes out. This is Savage Pharma security. We are moving into the area, attempting to contact police. And so you can tell that they are coming in, Matt.
All right, so I'm going to turn my jammers on then.
Okay.
So I'm kind of creating like a dead zone bubble here right now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, since I've had time, I think, to establish a little bit of a rapport with this cop or the liaison officer. Can I use that vision thing on him? And I want to try to convince him, like, oh shit, it's going down in there. I've got to come in and support these guys. These hostages in danger. Come on, let's go.
Okay, so vision thing, is there, I can't remember if there's a roll on that or not.
Yeah. When you have the time and space for a emotional connection with someone and passionately advocate for your vision, roll style.
Okay, let's have you roll style.
All right. And I'm going to put one forward on this.
Okay.
Yep. God damn it.
Good thing you did, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
then a success with that vision thing
At least it's a success.
is where is it?
7 is a success, right?
yep, so he'll get
What do
one
you think?
hold.
Spend I have one hold and I spend one hold to have the target at NPC give you something you want, do something you ask, fight to protect you or your cause, disobey an order by someone with authority or leverage over them. I don't know if this is do something I ask or fight to protect me and my cause, but I'm asking him to come in with me and making it seem like this is an emergency, this is gut check time, this is the kind of shit we do.
Yeah, he'll come in with you. That seems like a reasonable thing. He's probably not going to obey your orders when you get inside, but he's at least going to accompany you in. How does that sound?
That sounds reasonable.
Okay, so you are making your way in. Okay, over getting through the blind spot. So, when we come back to you, there, Xavier, where are you at?
Okay, after I've distracted the guards and got them to go a different way, made sure that they were following their routes. And when I say guards, I'm meaning the terrorists. They're clearly patrolling around, keeping things. Okay. Okay. So I've doubled back into. Okay, so these guys have gotten past the outer security is basically dead, or we've gotten past that, and now we're.
He's turned off as much as he needs to for you guys to get in.
Okay.
There still could be problems, but
I'm making my way back to Rake and Trace.
Okay. So what I want you to do is, I want to check one of your moves here to make sure I'm doing this right by you. Hang on one sec. Okay. Okay, and you're the face. Okay, so I'm going to need you to roll cool for act under pressure to get to where they are without, there being complications.
Okay. Now, before these guys are wearing a uniform or something like that, or what are they wearing?
No, they're just wearing garbage stuff, essentially bandanas and things. They're clearly marked by their sort of haphazard apparel.
Okay. Okay, so 12.
Okay, so you are a ghost. Okay, this is what you do. You move, you listen to them talk. You move past in the shadows. You move around these guys. Yeah, you can tell there are probably a dozen guys here, maybe more. You will hear one of them mention, 0451. It looks like they do have hostages tied up. You don't see the guy who came in via the roof yet. You don't know where he's at. But you will get over to 0451 in this big, enormous sort of air hangar, convention hall sized room with these different modular factory units. And you can see there's another factory unit up against it, and there's blood running down between the two.
Okay.
Okay?
Great.
So
and the other number is what?
738, let's say. And when you go up, you can look inside, and you will see the remains of 3 guards and your 2 compadres who look pretty injured.
Okay. Do I have appropriate medical supplies here?
Did you take that as your equipment?
No.
Then no. You don't have trauma derms unless you took trauma derms as equipment.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is there any kind of first aid that I can do to help them out, or are they as good as they're going to get for right now?
If you had the appropriate medical equipment, you could deal with it on site, but you kind of don't because the wounds are pretty severe.
Okay.
That's a reason to have trauma derms. Unless you have gear, do you have a gear to spend?
I do not.
Okay.
Do they have one of those medical cabinets in case of accidents in the plant?
That would be the gear spend to find one of those that was accessible.
In the dark future, there is no OSHA.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have trauma derms?
No.
No, we'll make it. Just plant the chip in there, and we can get out of here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will then.
Can I use? Oh, go ahead.
While one, I'll try and figure out how much time this is going to take. But there's a couple dead bodies there.
Yeah, well, there are bits and pieces of 3 dead bodies.
Well, what my attempt to do is find some nearby machines. I mean, there's nearby dormant machines that I could come in and rub some blood all over, so it kind of like it's not just 0451 and the other one; it's a couple other ones.
Yeah, you could set something up like that. That seems reasonable. If you want to spend your
All
time
right,
doing
the way
that,
I
I don't
think.
I don't think that's even needs a roll.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead.
so Carl, Scott, you rolled really well on popping the security on this thing, right?
Yeah, I got. Let's see. With my bonuses, I would have got 4 hold
Yeah.
for it.
How about if you spend the rest of your hold, I'll let you pop the security on 0451 as well, without having to roll.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. So
'Cause I don't like rolling at this point.
Yeah, essentially you'll.
Well, I was going to use a hold to get some cleaning bots to come around and clean up the mess, but that's fine.
So essentially, you will spoof the codes and get this open, and then you'll get inside. And Ben, here is the machine that you are supposed to get this chip into.
Okay. I have the chip, I assume.
Yes, you do. So right now, you're kind of racing against the clock. So I need you to roll act under pressure, which is cool.
Is that the actual action to insert the chip?
Yeah, because I know you can do it. It's just a question of you being under the time pressure.
I see.
Okay.
If I can, I will try and work with Rake and say and keep him cool and keep him saying, just we got time, just calm down.
I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't believe this. We're gonna get killed by these blood all over the place. We're gonna die.
Oh shit! He didn't even see his roll.
Carl.
Yes.
So you guys are there, right? And he's working on the chip. You've got the blood on the other thing. Scott's got the cameras, okay, and he's getting the stuff set up. And out of the corner of your eye, you see movement, and you see this guy phase in. And let me show you what it looks like.
Oh,
He's all you.
You'll see he's under the handouts there.
He's a nice guy, right?
Scott?
Oh, it's Paul.
Scott, you see a colleague here, okay?
What's in his hand there? Is that like his bag?
No, that's a head.
Oh.
And he phases in because you kind of taking a little bit of time, and he's looking, and you're not sure if he's going to just go to kill you or what.
Well, I start making your basic signals to him that going, that we've got it under control, and I start pointing to where I think where the last security guards that were coming and everything like that, and I'll point to the cameras and like I'm trying to talk with them that they're knocked out and stuff, and be doing this to him, trying to that we're together basically.
Carl.
Now he faces right in front of me or Carl.
You both see him.
Okay.
I mean, is he like right in front of me?
Oh yeah, he's like a couple feet away from you when he decloaks.
Okay, so I'll do that and everything like that. I'll be pointing the cameras and everything like that, and I'll be telling them, be making hand signals that the cameras are out, audio is good, and
Carl,
basically, hey, that's what I'm doing.
Roll style.
Roll style.
If there's some kind of code phrase that I can give him, or that I will say, I'll do that to try to help him.
Well, okay, so
And he rolls links with me.
Yes. So roll links with him, Scott.
Oh god, our dice are turning so cold. I'm so afraid.
Just roll. It only means that you're caught in the danger if he fucks it up.
Oh, thanks. I feel great about it. Oh, 10!
Oh,
yes!
yeah. So you give him a +1. So it's a very small chance that he will fuck this up.
So roll in style.
Roll in style with a +1.
Oh, bang!
By the way, Ben, don't forget to mark experience for that earlier fuck up on your cool roll, okay?
Oh, okay.
So he stops, and his hand goes to the gun, and Xavier, you'll hear Trace say something, even as this guy is as you're gesturing at this guy, and the guy looks over at Trace, nods, looks at you, watches what you're pointing at, and cloaks again and heads off.
We know basically what direction. Can we see the cloak? Since he just did it, and
Well,
can we see that?
he'll vanish around these boxes and things pretty quickly.
Right. But we know the basic direction.
Yeah, the direction you pointed him in. Matt, I need
Which
you
was
to
terrorist, right?
act under pressure.
All right. I'm not gonna spend a forward on that one.
Oh,
What happens?
look at that. So they've already cleared this path for you. So they will get. Where are you taking this guy? Where are you headed?
I was bringing him in for backup, but again, I think I probably got comms on all my peoples, right? So I kind of know what's going on there.
Yeah, you've got
No,
that
they
comm,
don't-
so you can sub vocal to him.
And so I would think that since I've been kind of monitoring them, I would have a sense of where some of the terrorists are from what Carl picked up, right? When
Right.
he was headed towards them. So I would want to, my plan would be to lure the guard towards them and they get them to tie each other up. And I would skedaddle.
Towards this guy, the op.
Is there a map that you're referencing?
No. So what you want to do is hang on. So you want to try and get these terrorists pointed in the direction that Carl sent that Savage Pharma operative, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go, my guy, my guard guy, where he will be in trouble. I want to create fear, uncertainty, and doubt here. Start more unrelated fights if I can, and give myself.
That's in our group that's going on.
Okay. I will say I am going to have you roll act under pressure again to do that though. Because this is sort of a second objective here.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an 8.
So, Matt, you can get some of these guards up into the position where this Savage Pharma League of Assassins agent is coming, but you get spotted. And you're going to take harm, Chip.
All right.
So you're going to take 2 harm.
2 harm.
Essentially, what does that look like? What happens?
Oh wait. What happens? So what is harm like? I mean, is that damage? Is that?
Oh yeah, that's physical damage.
All right. So we're like.
Do you have any armor?
No, I don't have any armor.
Okay. So you mark yourself up to 15 o'clock.
Okay.
Oop, I think Scott, you're still at I think
Now, I've taken 3, so wouldn't it be 18 o'clock?
you'd mark 3 boxes, Scott. You're at 21.
Oh, here it is.
You do? Do you go the other way? Hold on, I see 12 o'clock, 15 o'clock, 18 o'clock.
Yeah, so 12 o'clock is where you start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
12 o'clock is the not hurt.
Right.
Okay.
So Matt, you'll mark at 18 o'clock. So describe to me what it looks like, and then we'll have you roll the take harm move.
All right, so as I guess if I describe it, it's like I'm leading the guard up, and I'm in his head now. I should be paying him rent the way I'm in his head. And he comes across this guy, and he just starts shooting. Unfortunately, that causes kind of a burst type of attack from the assassin, and some of that catches me in as like a by blow as he's opening up on the guard, who. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, essentially he does blow through some of these terrorists that are there. Essentially, you draw them into a party of those. Go ahead and roll with +2 from your harm.
All right.
I think there is a roll harm thing on.
Is there a roll harm button? There it is. And let's put a 2 on that.
It should. No, you don't have to modify it because it's got it worked in, I think.
Okay.
Oh, see, I modified mine. Did it?
Did that roll? I hit roll harm. Try again.
Yeah, no,
Ooh.
see, it doesn't take into account.
Okay.
Harm's up at 0.
So, yeah, so it doesn't take that into account. So, here's the deal, Matt. You get a choice of one of these things.
That's good.
You're out of action. You take an additional harm. You lose the use of a piece of cyberware, or you lose a body part.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna have to take harm.
Okay, so take another unit. Okay, and the guy goes, "Oh my God, Chip!" And this cop, grabs you, and this is what he's trained for: is not fighting people, but for civil rescue. And he'll grab you up in his arms, and he will start running with you out of the building. We're gonna get you. You're gonna make it, Chip. I swear to God, I'm not gonna let you die, Chip. And he's running across, getting you out of there. Does that seem reasonable?
Yes, it does.
Okay, blood is pumping out of you. So let's cut back to Ben. You've got the chip in.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, let's get out of here.
Everybody, by the way, should mark. You dealt with the operative. You swapped the chips. So everybody gets to mark 2 more EXP.
And 1 for the horrific fuck up.
Yes.
Okay.
Man, I haven't fucked up yet. Gee whiz, that's not fair.
Well, Carl, would you
Well,
like me to?
You left it.
You're leading the group out, so let's have you roll act under pressure to get the team out.
Thanks, Carl.
Okay, you guys are in no shape to do anything, are you?
What about the other bear?
They're pretty bad off.
Okay. So, okay. Well, then kind
I can just barely hear you, Carl.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Isn't that a good thing, sir?
Sometimes.
So, would this count for? Let me see. In situations where reaction. Okay, this is not reaction time.
Nope,
is it?
this is just getting these guys out of here.
Okay, so roll.
If you had
active
plan B,
pressure.
that'd be sweet. Do you have plan B?
No, I've got synthetic nerves.
Okay. Plan B is a great move.
Oh shit!
So,
Oh,
I don't know
Carl.
if this is
Oh,
gonna help,
Carl.
but I've got.
the good news is you get to
New
mark
information.
experience.
I'm
Yes.
just bitching about. Do I have 2 pieces of information that's only give me a 6, so it doesn't matter, right?
That's correct.
Can I get a links with Trace?
No,
Is that-
I'm not coming in on this with you.
No, I'm helping you out. So it's
Well,
kinda-
here's the thing is, here's the thing is, Trace could roll to help you, but if he doesn't succeed, then he is also going to take the harm that you're about to take.
Okay, well, that's fine. So I mean, the 2
Yeah, that's fine.
intel,
I love
my
it.
2 intel doesn't help me, right?
Unless one of them rolls to help you.
Tell me what you guys want to do. We can get to
Suck
7.
it up, is what.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay,
We don't have,
so
we can't take any more harm. You can.
so you running with those two, and they are fucking slowing your ass down, Xavier. And you're trying to mother duck them out of here. And you've lost contact with Daddy Bye Bye. He was clearly in some kind of firefight, and it's at that point that you will come around actually into the edge of that, and you will kind of look down, and you see this grenade, and it goes off, and you are going to take 2 harm yourself.
Okay.
Essentially, as it explodes and sends you flying backwards.
Okay.
Do you have armor?
I do not have armor.
Okay, then I need you to roll the harm move. So
Okay.
basically, that's
This
2d6
is
plus 2.
Sense nerves does not help me, does it?
Nope.
So it's 0 right now.
Right, which you're rolling 2d6 and you're adding 2 because you took 2 harm.
Oh, I didn't know if that was.
Yep.
Oh, woohoo! Look at that.
Hey, so that's a 7, so that's great. So you lose your grip on one of your 2 friends, Trace or Rake, as you're moving out. Who gets stuck and left behind?
Oh God, this is like you're on a raft and one of your kids falls overboard.
No. It's like, can I use can I get rid of both of them?
Sure.
Which one is better position? I think is Rake in better position?
Rake has taken
Oops.
less damage.
Okay, then I will leave Rake. And
Okay.
I'll be back. I'll be right back for you.
Okay, so right now, Xavier, you and Trace are in the clear. This grenade goes off, and Ben.
Before I go,
yeah,
what is my harm? Is at 1,500 or 1,800?
No,
'Cause-
so you start at 1,200, then you go to 1,500 with 1 harm, then 1,800 with 2 harm.
that's what I needed to know.
Yep, you always start at the midnight thing. So, so everybody is out into safety except for you, Rake. Okay.
Okay.
So imagine that you're in this factory building, and they were running through corridors and moving along, going downstairs, and then there's this explosion, and you get separated from Xavier, and those two take off, and there's gunfire going off. There's clearly some kind of fight breaking out, and it sounds like it's getting louder. What do you want to do?
So how are we escaping? Through a tunnel, through a hallway, through a helicopter?
They went out on the ground level. You got separated, so you're not even sure which way.
And where am I right now? What do I see around me?
So let's say that you're in what looks like where there's offices, like office corridor, and a couple of elevators here. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna see if I can. What's the? Is there like a garage that I'm aware of? Is there a?
Yeah, you remember that there is a garage. So you want to try and make your way there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's meaning you're gonna have to move through the area. So I'm gonna have you roll act under pressure.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh, not cool. Oh, wait. Yes, cool.
Let's see. I believe it a +1 forward from the assess. So we're still at 8. So you'll get down to where the garage is at, and kind of making your way down. But you will see that there are a couple of those terrorists there. They're really on edge because they don't know what's going on, and they are sort of guarding that garage section.
Okay, and have I gotten my contact back with my drone?
No, you haven't.
All right. So, are there any other people in the garage? Is it just them?
Oh, let's say there's a couple hostages.
Okay. I'm going to. Do we have any the ability to like hack car? I mean, normally, if there weren't these terrorists, like, do we have like sort of basic tech to be able to just kind of hack a car? Is that
Yeah, I would assume you'd be able to hotwire a car. You're a tech.
okay? So I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can sneak up to a car without them noticing.
Okay. All right. So again, I'm going to have you act under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that you're moving up carefully. You don't want to be heard. You want to get a hold of this. You know, you got that. Okay. So you will get this, and you can get into the car. But you realize, and I mean, you can hotwire it, but you realize the second that you start this vehicle up, those jumpy guards are probably gonna let loose with gunfire here.
Okay. Can I rig it so that I can I have it so that the car will start up remotely?
Interesting. So that sounds like you're doing a synth thing, like you're doing kind of like a drone kind of thing. Does that seem right?
Yeah, I have like an interface, something or other.
Oh, okay. Let's have you roll synth for that.
Neural control. All right.
Oh.
Okay. Now, you still have that question from assess.
Oh, okay.
If you want to take
Yeah,
that
so
and give yourself a
yeah.
+1 forward, you can do that.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. So you will get it started and get it going, and I assume you want to get out.
Yeah, I want to have it make a distraction
Okay.
for me so that I can take a different
Okay.
car.
So I'm gonna say that yes, you can do that and get the other car, but you are gonna get winged, essentially, as you know. They don't get that full like firing with their submachine guns on the car right away because the one car distracts them, but they do that sort of wildfire as you're smashing out through the garage doors. Does that seem cool?
Yeah.
So you take one harm,
Okay.
and I'm going to need you to roll the harm move again. Oh, also, don't forget to... no, you didn't. You succeeded at that, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh.
Now this is where you want to roll low, right?
Yes. So,
Just wonderful luck.
yes. So, I'm going to say that, if you don't mind, that you go busting out, you smash through this garage. We see this full cinematic of you coming out of the garage, and the gunfire hits, and it wings you in the shoulder, and you go out, and the car keeps going, and you're kind of unconscious, and it will smash through the fence out into where the police are. Let's cut out to right now. Ben, you're out, but you're alive, and you haven't been murdered. Does that seem good?
Okay.
Okay. Let's cut out to Chip. You will be able to reduce your harm by 1 because the police will immediately do first aid on you.
All right.
Okay. And they actually have first aid kits with them. You're kind of getting ready. You're talking on comms to Rake. 2 things happen at sort of the same time for you 3. You're out there. You're amongst the police. 1, Rake comes smashing out in this car and goes right through the fence and kind of crashes into the police barricades. And also, you will see that the Savage Pharmaceutical actual security team has arrived. So, what do you do?
I get in. I get everybody to it. I talk to the police. I say, we're moving out. I got to get some people to the hospital. It looks like it is. It looks like we were able to deal with our mission. I got to get people out. There's some stuff went bust, and I got to get people to the hospital right now. And
Okay.
so we move. I move them to the helicopter.
Roll style.
Oh God!
He shoots me fucking dead.
So, Carl, the
I
good
think
news
we
is you
found-
get to mark experience.
Oh fuck!
The bad news is that as you guys are moving, and you problem is you have to stop and get Rake out of that goddamn car. Because they have to wedge him out of there, and you're trying to get to the chopper, and you see them talking to the Savage Pharma people, and the Savage Pharma people and some of these cops are coming your guys' way.
Go, Diego, go.
What
Can
do
we
you
get
think?
out?
What do you think, Matt? What about you and Trace? What are you doing? You've got Rake out. He's unconscious. Looks like the Savage Pharma people are coming up on this thing. Like you're about to get fingered hard. So to speak.
Can the car move? Can you move the car?
No, the
You
car's,
still got the car.
car's busted. Car's busted.
Okay.
So let me talk to Trace and
Oh, God.
Daddy. What are you two doing?
You don't understand what you're doing to me right now. Because I get to mark experience if I get needlessly violent.
Though I think you already got that tonight for dragging those guards into the face of that thing. So I would,
I really? Okay. Well,
yeah.
I will take
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I will just run for my copter right now, saying, "Thanks, guys. Appreciate all your help." This, you realize this was an inspection report too, right? This infiltration operation. You're done very well. But we got to get out of here, and I'm just hauling ass to the copter.
Okay, Trace. What about you?
Are we in the copter? Or are we still hauling?
Oh no, you're still hauling ass. You're not even at the copter. They're coming for you guys.
I'm running for the. Is there? I don't know if there's any way I can create. A distraction to help us.
Tell me how you would do that. Tell me how you would do that, because then I'll give somebody a bonus to the act under pressure roll.
Try to hack in to the there's a bunch of police cars here.
Yeah, there's all kinds of police vehicles and stuff set up.
Then basically try to hack into the police cars to make their horns and their sirens all go off at the same time to create a cacophony of.
Roll synth.
I don't want to roll anymore.
I need an adult.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Now, Matt, you're rolling the act under pressure for the group right now.
All right. So,
Roll with cool.
because I didn't need to save my last hold for murdering a police officer, I'm going to use that on this. God damn it!
Wait, I've got intel.
Just made it.
I could do
Oh.
it. Oh, he did make it. Okay.
Yeah, he did make it.
Good thing I did. I saved. I actually had a hold saved to murder the police officer to make things needlessly violent.
So you guys will do this, but it is, and get out of there, but it is louder than you wanted. Like a lot louder than you wanted. Okay? Essentially, you're going to be on Savage Pharmaceuticals' radar. Does that seem like a fair trade-off for that?
After all those crappy rolls.
Does that seem cool?
Seems cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, what? I was stepped away for a second.
So you guys are out. The chopper takes off. You guys will be able to get away, though Savage Pharma is now you are on their active pursuit list.
Do we need to deal with these guys' injuries, or does that?
Well, let me ask something, because I made it very clear that when I contacted Savage Pharma, I did so like anonymously as I could, right?
Yep.
So do they know that the person they offered to pay is the same person that they are actively pursuing now?
Not yet.
All right, so I still want to try to get paid.
I know. So we'll cut to the healing thing in just a second. We'll check that.
Okay.
Matt, you're gonna roll and add 6 to your getting paid roll.
All right, so is getting paid anywhere here, or is it a D20?
No, it's just a 2d6.
At 2d6.
2d6 plus 6. Odds are you're gonna do better than 10, right?
Hopefully. Well, one would hope. Yay, 14.
Okay. So you get to choose 3 of the following things. And this pretty much happens immediately after, so everybody's still injured when this all goes down. A, it's not a setup or an ambush. B, you're paid in full. C, the meeting doesn't attract the attention of outside parties. D, the employer is identifiable. And E, you learn something from the mission. Everyone marks experience. You've already identified the employer, so you probably don't need to do that one.
No. We're going to get paid, and we're going to mark experience.
Okay.
And one more.
And one more. Do you want do you want it to not attract outside attention,
and we're not
or not
attracting
be
any
an
attention.
ambush?
Not attracting any attention.
Then it's going to be an ambush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are fun.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys go on site to the meetup point, essentially tarmac, that kind of thing, and you're all injured. And you go there, and you'll see the essentially the remote pilot shell of that guy that you spoke with before, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
He comes up to look at you guys, and he has the creds, and he says, "You look worse for wear."
It's an occupational hazard.
Fair enough. The mission was completed to specifications?
Absolutely. We always deliver on our service level objectives.
He will hand over the cred sticks to you. What does cred look like when they pay you off here, Matt?
I imagine it doesn't look like anything, right? It's probably like blockchain or something.
Yeah, so it's like a virtual Bitcoin thing that you get a little like holographic image as he drops it. So
yeah.
Everybody's going to get back the 2 they risked and get 2 more.
I thought paid in full is not.
No, that would be paid well if you'd taken that at the start.
Oh,
then
okay.
it would be
Okay.
another 2, but no, it's just that. And he'll say, "Is that to your satisfaction, Mr. Morplethorpe?"
Well, that's what was agreed upon.
We did also ask for discretion.
Fair enough.
And he blows up. Matt, I need you to act under pressure as this bio bomb goes up next to you.
Boom.
Boom. So you are only going to take 1 harm from that. Everybody's going to take 1 harm.
Ouch. Including me, I'm out.
Yep.
You at 0-0?
No, he's not at 0-0. He just got knocked out by the thing.
I'm at 22.
So Matt, I need you to roll the harm move now.
Oh, the harm move. Anything on that? Or
Just roll
we-
whatever your total harm is.
I did great on the harm move.
Yes. So, Matt, are you knocked out? You take another harm, lose a piece of cyberware, or lose a body part?
God damn it. I guess well, what's knocked out do really? In
Well,
this context?
hopefully not everybody will be knocked out, because if everybody gets knocked out, then I'm going to capture everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna take knocked out. It's like some prisoner dilemma shit.
Okay. Carl, I need you to roll the harm move.
Okay.
Ben, the good news is you don't have to roll this.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
So, Carl,
No, that's good. That's good.
You're
That's
good.
That's good.
okay?
Oh, that's right. You want low.
Okay. So essentially, you're flung free from the vehicle you came in, Carl, but you are not knocked unconscious. Scott, can I have you roll?
No, I don't want to roll.
You're going to roll.
But
Roll.
Oh my god.
Scott, are you knocked out, take an additional harm,
Your foot. I mean, I don't
lose
think
a
you have
body
that much
part,
connection with
or
your
lose a
foot.
piece of use of a piece of cyberware?
I'm going to be knocked out like everyone else.
Okay, so Carl, the biobomb goes off. There's an explosion. Daddy Bye Bye is thrown backwards. The vehicle that you came in to get to the meet here is toast. Everyone else is laying out on the ground unconscious. The car is smoldering.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of stand up. What do you do?
I mark experience because I should fucking leave these motherfuckers alone and just leave, walk away.
You should.
But since that's not my role, since I don't do that, I'm sitting there going concerned for the welfare of my fellow man.
Okay.
And I
What
get their
would Jesus do?
and I get their asses up, and I call it. I have not asked for a contact this time, or does
Sure.
it count over the last
Yeah,
time?
you can
Because
call on one. Who are you calling?
I have a pharmaceutical, or not a pharmaceutical, but a black pharmacy
Okay.
where I can get, or a black
What's that
doctor,
supposed to mean?
so I can get I can go there and get some help, and I go there and I bring my people and I say I need your equipment to help them out.
I'm going to give you a guy, and essentially he is tech, market, med, tech. So
Dr. Jack, how about?
Yeah, okay. So Carl, I just need you to roll hit the street.
Okay. Now, just for fun, since we're rolling so well, can I spend my experience and buy my +1 style, which I was going to do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy now.
Or,
I have 2 pieces of intel left.
okay, you will spend it. Essentially, it takes some time.
He wanted the information for his stuff, so I sold him all the information. I'm basically give him all the information on the Savage Pharma. So
Oh,
he could-
okay. Actually, that seems like
he
a
might
good
be able-
trade-off.
He might be able to do his op on it or whatever.
Okay. So he will get them all stabilized. Does that seem good?
That's fine. I mean, if you want, I can do act under pressure and
No, you're good, dude. You're good.
my first aid.
No! No!
I changed my name to Xavier Fumble Fingers.
So you guys walk away from that mission. It was, it
I kind of rolled away from that mission.
kind of rolled
though.
away from the mission. It's too bad Fabian wasn't here.
The killer? Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been nice.
You did tick up Savage Pharma this session 1, and you did tick up Skynet 1. But I don't think you created any new enemies, and certainly Skynet responded for somebody having called Savage Pharma and given away some info. So, though you guys probably don't know exactly why that happened. So let's look at end of session stuff, shall we? I think everybody marked their various directives as they hit them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
track
assume I don't actually get one for the last one.
for the G's for going and rescuing them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, you can mark one for doing that.
Oh, woohoo!
Oh yeah. Everybody also gets to mark an experience because you got paid.
Yay! Get paid.
Oh, additional experience.
Yeah,
Oh,
you get
okay.
another point for that. Oh, actually 2 points. I'm sorry, 2 points.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Did I miss experience being distributed?
Yes.
No, you're fine.
When you get paid for the mission, you get 2 points.
All right.
Now, if I had financial, I could search all their bodies first, right?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Um.
want to know what my options are.
Okay. Scott. On this mission, who did you learn something about?
Who did I learn something about?
And working with them, who did you learn from?
I would say that even though it kind of went pear-shaped at the end, Rake was there with me, and he works well under pressure, reprogramming those machines to get rid of the obstacle without resorting to gunfire.
Absolutely. So you can add +1 link with Rake. Rake, who did you learn something about?
I think that I learned something that Scott's character Trace was really useful in complementing a lot of my tech skills, I think. So
Absolutely. So go ahead and add one to or establish 1 link with Trace. Daddy Bye Bye, what about you?
I learned that despite a modest exterior, Rake is a sick S who don't give an F, and he's willing to grind his enemies up if need be.
Okay.
And so I think in the future, I know when I've got to get needlessly violent because I crave it. He's my man.
Okay. Add +1 links with Rake.
Oh, I'll make sure that I'll give him the video footage of the grinding so that you know.
It'll go up on YouTube. And what about you, Xavier? Who did you learn about?
Well, I was very impressed by Trace helping me out, so I can just basically be able to slack off a little bit more if he takes care of the cameras like he did before. And of course, that's why I was doing so crappy, because I got lazy.
Absolutely. So add 1 links with Trace. So next session we'll look at harm at the start and hitting the streets for any repairs or things that you guys want to do. What you want to spend your cred on? Does that seem cool?
Yeah.
What goes
Medical
away?
supplies to heal us.
What goes away?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, with the harm, does it normally go away, or would?
So let's take a look at that then. If you want me to go through that now, I'll do that now. Hang on 1 sec. Okay. Harm and NPCs, harm and healing, contracts, start clocks.
Actually, more importantly, what it was. Did you guys talk about it, or what was Ringo doing?
Oh, I just took him off camera because I didn't want to have to worry about that.
Well, we gotta make some good fiction up here. So what was Ringo doing, guys?
Ringo was guarding the helicopter,
Okay, there we go.
which would be like the dumbest thing we could do. Like, oh yeah, like let's have like the powerful guy wait by the car.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like we're gonna roll bad. Come on.
Healing. Harm. Okay.
I like how this game fucks with my misunderstanding of statistics, and that sometimes it makes good rolls bad. So I use up my good rolls on harm rolls.
Eh. First aid.
It was like GURPS. GURPS did that. You wanted to roll low for everything except for damage, where you wanted to roll high.
Is anyone above 2100 harm?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, for each box that you're above 2100, it'll cost you a cred to heal.
Okay.
So I'm at 2200, so it'll be a cred.
Yeah, it'll cost you a cred to drop that down, and then the rest of the healing is going to be essentially trauma derms and EMT stuff and minor things. So anything at 2100 or below, it heals. It takes time to walk it off, but imagine that you are applying like lots of high-tech medical things. Once you get to 2200, 2300, or midnight, and well, at midnight you're rolling the death move, but 22 or 2300, you're in really bad shape and requires more advanced medical care.
Into the Lazarus pit.
Yes.
Well, Chip just gets to apply the finest pharmaceutical grade marijuana and Krell while he does his SimSense broadcasts. That's what makes them so popular.
So did anybody get enough to get another move?
I just got I got +1 style.
Okay.
So when you get 10 XP, I think I leveled up or
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
So
You get to take an advancement.
okay, I gotta read where. How do I do that?
It's on your sheet. It tells your
Chapter
advancement.
7, page 141. Let me see.
But you can only take those things one at a time.
Yeah,
Yep.
so like you have like 3 moves from your class that you can take. You have 2 moves from another class that you can take. You have a couple +1 attributes.
By the way, Lowell, I took synth. That was what I took with mine.
Okay, bump that up. That makes sense.
Well, can you? I mean, because you can only go +2, and your synth is already 2, right?
I already bumped it up. No, it was 1 originally.
Yeah, he bumped up to a 2.
Do you have a +1 on it? Because you're whenever you're rolling, it goes 2. I was just surprised.
No, I got it. I had 10 at the last session, so I bought up my synth
Yeah.
to 2 from a 1.
Next time we'll talk about equipment or other things you guys want to buy, cyberware installations, all that jazz, and I'll have some more missions available for you. Or if you guys have an op that you want to plan for yourselves, you're also welcome to do that. Does that seem cool?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And is that seems like a good place to stop?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well then, I'm going to stop the recording now.
By the way, guys, if